Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NCAAF matches that is happening on Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. New Mexico State versus Louisiana Tech. New Mexico State holds a 5-3 record this season, and they are 3-1 in CUSA play. The Aggies have won 3 straight games entering Tuesday night. They defeated Florida International at home and Sam Houston at home. The Aggies' latest win came against UTEP, where New Mexico State owned 28-7. Starting quarterback Diego Pavia rushed in for the opening touchdown against UTEP. He scored from 10 yards out to give New Mexico State a 7-0 lead. UTEP answered shortly on a rushing touchdown. In the second half, the Aggies outscored the Miners 21-0 as New Mexico State just dominated. Pavia threw 2 passing touchdowns and rushed for a 41-yard touchdown in the third quarter for the biggest highlight of the evening. Pavia finished with 186 passing yards on 15 for 25 throwing and 2 touchdowns. He rushed for 96 yards on 14 carries and 2 touchdowns. Monty Watkins was the lead back for New Mexico State as he rushed for 109 yards on 10 carries. Pavia has thrown for over 1,800 yards this season and has completed 62% of his throws. He has thrown 16 touchdowns and 5 interceptions this season, too. He is also the leading rusher on the team with 525 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. Watkins ranks second on the roster with 415 yards on the ground. On defense, the Aggies are led by Keyshawn Elliott with 54 tackles. He has 13 more tackles than anyone else on the roster. Buda Pelletti leads the team with 3.5 sacks. The Aggies have forced just 5 turnovers in their 8 games that they have played. New Mexico State is averaging 29.8 points per game, which ranks 57th in country. They are averaging 203 yards per game on the ground, which is the 18th best in the nation. The Aggies are the 60th best passing team in the nation with 238 yards per outing. On defense, the Aggies are allowing 21 points per game, which ranks 43rd. New Mexico State is giving up 248 passing yards per game, which ranks 102nd. The Aggies are the 49th best defensive rushing team as they are giving up 128.5 rushing yards per game. New Mexico State is 5-1 against the spread this season. The Aggies have covered in 3 straight games entering Tuesday. New Mexico State is 1-1 against the spread when they have been underdogs. New Mexico State is 2-1 against the spread during road games. The under is 5-3 this season that involves the Aggies. The under is 4-0 this season during road games. Louisiana Tech has failed to cover the spread in their last 2 games, struggling as they've suffered 4 losses in their past 5 matchups. Their recent loss to Middle Tennessee revealed an offense that has performed reasonably well, ranking 56th in passing yards per game. However, it's their exceptional defense that has kept them competitive in games, and they'll rely on that defensive strength against one of the conference's top quarterbacks. Pavia has excelled as both a top-tier passer and one of the team's leading rushers for the Aggies. He plays a multifaceted role, serving as a key contributor to their success. Pavia is the primary reason why the Aggies are poised to secure a road victory against Louisiana Tech. New Mexico State has successfully covered the spread in 5 of their games this season, and they maintain a 2-1 record against the spread in road games. I recommend betting on New Mexico State to cover the spread. Louisiana Tech is 3-5 this season, and they hold a 2-2 record in CUSA action. The Bulldogs have lost 4 of their last 5 games entering Tuesday night. They have lost back-to-back games against Western Kentucky at home and Middle Tennessee on the road. Their lone win during this stretch came against UTEP. In their last game, Louisiana Tech lost 31-23 to Middle Tennessee. The Bulldogs never led in the game as they kept it within a 1-possession outing throughout. They went 3-for-13 on 3rd down and committed the only turnover of the game. The Bulldogs went with both of their quarterbacks in the game as Hank Bachmeier and Jack Tuner both saw action in the game. The two combined for 340 yards passing on 34-47 completions and 2 touchdowns. Smoke Harris and Cyrus Allen have both been key players for Louisiana Tech this season. The two wide receivers eclipsed 100 yards against Middle Tennessee as they were consistent outlets for the Bulldogs. Running back Tyre Shelton leads the rushing department for the Bulldogs. He has 475 yards on the ground this season, and he is averaging 7 yards per carry. He has also found the end zone 5 times this season. On defense, Louisiana Tech is led by Miles Hurd. The defensive back has 61 tackles this season, which is the most on the team by 7. Deshaun Hall Jr. has sacked the opposing quarterback 3.5 times this year, too. His mark is the best on the Bulldogs roster. Cedric Woods leads the team with 2 interceptions as well. Louisiana Tech is averaging 26.6 points per game, which ranks 81st. They are averaging 243 passing yards per game, which ranks 56th. The Bulldogs are averaging 142 rushing yards per game, which ranks 84th. On defense, the Bulldogs are giving up 27.5 points per game, which ranks 87th in the nation. They are allowing 198 rushing yards per game, which ranks 125th. Louisiana Tech ranks 17th in passing yards allowed with 182 per game. Louisiana Tech is 3-5 against the spread this season. The Bulldogs haven't covered in back-to-back games entering Tuesday night. They are 1-2 against the spread during home games, and Louisiana Tech is 2-1 against the spread when they are favorites. The under is 4-3-1 during Louisiana Tech games. The defenses are usurpingly bright spots for each team this year, and it is a main reason why the under will hit on Tuesday. The under is 4-3-1 during Louisiana Tech games this season. The under is also 4-0 during road games for New Mexico State. Take the under on Tuesday. Next we have Liberty versus Western Kentucky. The Liberty Flames are an exciting offensive team throughout the season right now, as they are currently 22nd in college football with 36.3 points per game. They need to do a lot better throwing the football, as they are 85th in passing, 213.3, while ranking 2nd in the nation in rushing, 274.6, so far. Quarterback Kaidon Salter has been doing well under center, as he is 88 of 152, 57.9 completion percentage, for 1,493 yards with 16 touchdown passes to 3 interceptions. They have a force in the backfield in junior running back Quentin Cooley, as he has 122 rushing attempts for 726 yards, 6.0 yards per carry, with 6 rushing touchdowns as well as a pair of receptions for 15 yards, 7.5 yards per catch. This offense is one of the top in the country, so it will be interesting to see how they attack in this game. The defense for the Liberty Flames have been doing incredibly well, as they are 31st in the United States with 19.7 points on 331.4 total yards, 214.3 passing, 117.1 rushing. They have been doing extremely well at forcing impact plays, as they have posted 14 sacks, 31 pass deflections, 15 interceptions, 1 return for touchdown, 5 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries. Senior linebacker Tyron Dupree has been playing well with 35 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and 2 pass deflections. When we assess these programs, it's evident that they operate at entirely different levels. The key distinction lies in their ability to convert on third downs, with Liberty succeeding on 42 of 86 attempts, 48.84%, while Western Kentucky has a 36-4-102 record, 35.29%, in third down conversions. These statistics underscore the varying offensive capabilities of the two teams. In terms of scoring, there's a noticeable contrast between the two offenses. Over their last 5 games, the Flames have been averaging an impressive 37.4 points per game, whereas the Hilltoppers have managed a less remarkable average of 23.4 points in that same 5-game period. Taking these factors into account, it seems like a prudent choice to favor the Liberty Flames to secure a victory by a margin greater than a field goal in this road game. The offense of the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers have been doing pretty well, as they are 60th in college football, averaging 30.0 points per game. The team is very pass-happy, as they are 29th in passing, 282.4 yards per game, while being 121st in rushing, 100.3 yards per game. Quarterback Austin Reed has been playing well, as he is 174 of 294, 59.2 completion percentage, for 1,915 yards with 16 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. A huge reason why he has been playing well is the fact he is junior wide receiver Malachi Corley, as he has recorded 43 catches for 585 yards, 13.6 yards per reception, with 5 touchdown catches as well as 3 rushes for 7 yards. If the offense can continue to be a strong unit, they will remain undefeated. The Western Kentucky Hilltoppers defense has been a middle-of-the-pack unit this season, as they are ranked tied for 86th with 27.7 points on 463.6 total yards per game, 259.9 passing, 203.7 rushing. Their defense has been applying a lot of pressure and getting takeaways at an incredible rate, as the program has 17 sacks, 24 pass deflections, 9 interceptions, 1 return for touchdown, 11 forced fumbles, and 9 fumble recoveries. Junior defensive back Kendrick Simpkins has been one of their top defensive players, as they have 21 solo tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 4.5 sacks, and a pass deflection. Both offenses are going to struggle to have sustained drives, as these defenses are doing an incredible job of forcing turnovers throughout the season. These defenses have been playing well as of late, as Liberty is allowing 17.5 points in their last 4 games, while Western Kentucky is giving up 19.3 points in their previous 3 games. The under has hit in 8 of the previous 13 Liberty games, as well as in each of the previous 5 Western Kentucky home games, so go with under 61.5 points in this game. Thank you for tuning into this video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you stay updated with our daily content.